What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here. Welcome into another video. We're going to be hopping into the Ultra League this time with Talonflame running Brave Bird instead of the usual moveset of Flame Charge and Fly. I hit a lot of unexpected opponents with the massive damage of Brave Bird, and it was so much fun to use. Now I paired it up with a team of Double Dragons, Guzzlord, and Giratina. So this is kind of like an ABB lineup where you're going to want to save swap either your Guzzlord or your Giratina to draw out the Charmer, get some energy on the Talonflame, and hit everything with some massive damage. So let's hop into these matches here and check out Brave Bird Talonflame. So absolutely brutal lead coming into this matchup. XL Lantern, so we're gonna hop into our Giratina and they hop into a Gliscor. Now this is a pretty decent matchup considering they do have Night Slash, but Giratina is such a bulk beast that Night Slash does not do a whole lot of damage. Now as long as they don't get the boost, we can flip this in the two shields. So gonna CMP to the next Dragon Claw here. Night Slash gonna be coming in, and they do not get the boost. That is absolutely massive, and if they do let this go, I'm gonna have to shield the next move as they are gonna outpace me just a little bit here. No, wait, sorry, we do outpace them because they brought in, we return ahead because they brought in just a turn behind us. So we do get the first shield, which is quite nice, and I am gonna over farm by one. They were expecting me to throw on CMP tie here, but I do want to charge up to the back-to-back Dragon Claws, but we end up throwing on the CMP tie here, which is quite nice because now I know I am going to outpace them to my next Dragon Claw. So if they want to shield this, I'm going to throw right away. I do not want to give them a free Night Slash and give them switch advantage. So Dragon Claw going to be coming in. This is going to take care of that Gliscor, and we have now attained switch advantage. In comes an Annihilate, and they are going to have a very hard time countering this Giratina down. Even though we are deep in the red, we still get that Shadow Sneak off, which does massive damage. And now I can come in here with the Talonflame, and this game is sealed, signed, and delivered. Game over. Another Incinerate gonna be coming through. In comes a Lantern, out comes the Guzzlord, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So it is Go Battle weekend, so I hope you try out this team and it has great success for you. Let me know down in the comments, what team are you running, what league are you playing, because maybe we can get a live stream in tomorrow, but we'll see. Doing a lot of moving around, so Aerial is going to be coming in the Talonflame. I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird. Usually they can survive a Fly pretty healthily, but the Brave Bird does massive damage. Unsuspecting opponent here. Look at that, deep into the red. Night Slash does not do a whole lot of damage, and we almost got the full farm down, but they decide now to hop into a Tentacruel. Now I do know Tentacruel runs Blizzard. Even from this health range with a little bit of Night Slash chip damage, that Blizzard will one-shot this Giratina. So I'm just gonna get off as much Dragon Claw damage as I can. And honestly, I do want to give up a shield here because it takes them a very long time to get to the Blizzard. And I can for sure probably get to 2 more Dragon Claws, but they bait us. And that is super unfortunate on my end. But we're gonna be able to get to another Dragon Claw. Doesn't really matter anyways. I don't know what's in the back, but they did not want to see Giratina. They decided to top left, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Finally, a great lead here for Talonflame. Registeel coming in and just getting burnt with these Incinerates. I'm going to boost up my Incinerate damage here with the Flame Charge, and now look at these Incinerates chunk the XL Registeel, and very, very poor timing by my opponent, allowing me a full 5-turn Incinerate, which does not work out very well for my opponent. I will have to give up a second shield, but I did over farm by 1, so maybe I can do 1 more, but no, I decided just to Brave Bird, see how much damage this does, and if they let this go, oh my gosh, almost one-shotting that Tapu Fini. Let's go, and we get the resisted Incinerate farm down. And if they want to bring back in that Registeel, another Flame Charge is going to be coming in hot. I'm going to be grabbing that shield advantage. I'm going to throw 1 more Incinerate and then hard swap into my Giratina, considering all their moves are going to be resisted, and I did not want to get knocked out because I'm assuming maybe there might be something weak in the back. And let me tell you this, Cresselia, if it's not running Future Sight, we can hit this thing for massive damage and maybe survive a Moonblast with the Talonflame. We are able to get off a second Shadow Sneak, which is going to put this thing into a range where I can Brave Bird it. And this Brave Bird, you betcha it is going to knock out Moonblast. Not enough to knock out the Giratina, which is quite fine by me because now that forces them to throw energy before we get to another move. So Moonblast, left, right, good night to that Giratina, coming in with the Talonflame. I'm not messing around. One Brave Bird coming in hot. See you later, Cresselia. We're gonna do one Incinerate and then hard pivot into our Guzzlord. Guzzlord can take a Focus Blast, oh no problem. So much health on this Guzzlord, and we're gonna live healthy, get to this crunch, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent. We could have just Dragon Tailed down, but it doesn't really matter anyways. Why I switched is I forced him to throw, which is going to allow me to get one more Incinerate off, and then we would have had the Flame Charge. So that was just a sealed match right there. So hopping into the next one, Steelix on the lead. This thing can run Crunch, Earthquake, Psychic Fangs, or Breaking Swipes. I'm going to throw my move immediately, which isn't the proper timing. We're going to let them have a full Dragon Tail. A little bit unfortunate, but I'm assuming they're going to throw the Crunch here. So I will give up a shield. I want to keep some health, but they bait us with the Psychic Fangs, and that is super unfortunate. I don't think I'm going to shield this move up. They are staying in, so it kind of makes me think they're weak to the Talonflame in the back. But again, I make another crucial mistake. I go for the Brave Bird here, which what I should be doing is going for the Flame Charge and then the Brave Bird just to get both shields. But Giratina is going to be coming in, and they are not swapping out again. We're even shields, and I know a Shadow Ball doesn't one-hit KO the Giratina, so I'm gonna no shield this. If they want to Ice Punch, Night Slash, that's completely fine by me. So from here, just gonna throw the Dragon Claw, and if they want to shield, I will shield up their Shadow Ball. And they do shield, and I know if I shield the Shadow Ball, they're not making it to another one. So it's a pretty easy shield for me. I know they're gonna be weak to the Giratina in the back, and my opponent does not want to play that out. Top lefts. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So hopping into the next matchup, absolutely brutal lead here. I gotta swap out into the Giratina right away. Now this thing can run Brutal Swing, but what I'm banking on is that they don't have another answer to my Talonflame back there. And if they don't, they're gonna end up hard pivoting, which is gonna allow me to potentially flip Switch Advantage and then come get my my Guzzlord on that Ampharos. And this could be the Pokemon to flip Switch Advantage. Even though we have a Dragon type going against a Fairy, I'm choosing to run Shadow Claw on my Giratina specifically for this reason. If we get locked into a Tapu Fini matchup, we can just spam out these Shadow Claws and Shadow Sneaks and potentially flip Switch Advantage, giving up both shields. So I will shield this Nature's Madness coming in, does lower our defense. But the good news is that those water guns are resisted, and they no shield the Dragon Claw, which is absolutely horrible. That means I wouldn't have had to give up my second shield if I just went for the Shadow Sneak. But my opponent, great counting by them, knowing that was just a Dragon Claw. So we get the full farm down. They come in with the Giratina. I do make the mistake of throwing the Shadow Sneak. You do want to throw Dragon Claw in these even matchups here, because Dragon Claw is the same damage but less energy. So definitely want to be throwing the Dragon Claw versus Giratina or Guzzlord, especially Guzzlord. They decide to hop into the Ampharos, and now I just come in with the Guzzlord. We are one Incinerate away from a Brave Bird, and as long as they don't have Ancient Power, which they don't, or else they would have thrown it, we're going to be big chilling, because we're going to farm up to the back-to-back Dragon Claws here. No Focus Blast on the Ampharos, which is absolutely amazing. And we are going to get both shields right back with the Dragon Claw here. A little bit of lag happening. A lot of lag happens on Go Battle Day, weekend, or whatever. It just happens. So second Dragon Claw going to be coming in. That gets the second shield. And if I get one more Dragon Tail, and even this Dragon Claw is not going to KO. So I'm going to get one more Dragon Claw through, which is great. Puts it even deeper into the range where I can come in with my Talonflame, get a Incinerate through, and now we get the Brave Bird. Left, right, good night, Giratina, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. And that's going to be a beautiful 5-0 set there. To finish off the video, I am going to continue to play this team. I tried the Great League remix, but I just wasn't really a big fan of it. Maybe because I was just playing around and playing crappy teams, but whatever. I chose to run this team in Ultra League, and I had a blast with this, so I hope you all have a blast with it as well. And if you like the content, please hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because it is greatly appreciated and it really helps out the channel. And we will see everybody in the next video. Bye bye.